It really isn't easy to find the memorials to what happened here 40 years ago. One plaque near Parliament where 2 were blown up, another in a busy street not far away, 11 dead here. And on a parallel road, a third, 14 killed here, but not Bernie. She was buried in the rubble and lost an eye. Everyone else around her died.
There was a big flash in the sky and I looked up and I thought it's probably thunder. But I didn't get time to think anymore because with that the windows and everything came in, the other bomb had exploded.
Right, the car was right outside here.
The car was just here, yeah.
So who did this professional and deadly work, not in British Northern Ireland, but in the Republic? Eventually, a pro-British militia called the Ulster Volunteer Force said it did it, but the inflammatory suggestion was that British soldiers were also involved.
Significant numbers of members of the security forces were also loyalist paramilitaries. So you have this overlapping membership. We have members of the security forces using their expertise and their training from the security forces to carry out attacks.
There was an inquiry in Parliament. People said it was revenge for Ireland's support for the Irish Republican Army. The British state, which to this day denies involvement, refused to help the inquiry. The committee ended up accusing Britain of terrorism.
Well, we actually had former members of the British Security Force come in and give evidence to the committee, and they told us that they knew about the involvement of certain people. We saw the evidence of where the bombs were made. We saw the evidence of the particular members of the security forces that were involved in designing this plan and bringing the bombs to Dublin and Monaghan. So the evidence is all there.
Which you might think, even after all these years, to be quite important. But yet neither here nor in the UK does it seem to be.
Of course, some events from the Troubles still hold a place in the collective memory. The Omagh bombing by the real IRA, which killed nearly 30, Bloody Sunday, which still resonates all over the world. Yet what happened here in 1974 was the single bloodiest day in the whole of the Troubles. And yet somehow it seems to have been airbrushed from British political history.
In the shadow of another plaque bearing the name of his mother, Aidan has spent 40 years coming to terms with the fact that the British government has shown no interest in addressing these allegations.
Of course they should apologise, yes, of course they should. I mean, they apologised in the north for the Bloody Sunday.
Northern Ireland's been back in the news because of the arrest of Gerry Adams over historic allegations of IRA terrorism. They refused to go away, but on this 40th anniversary, one of Ireland's biggest atrocities remains one of the war's big, dirty secrets. Laurence, Al Jazeera, Dublin.